Ladies and gentlemen.
This is a man. This is a man. This is a man.
Dames en heren, welkom terug bij weer een nieuwe aflevering van Di Mango Show. Mijn naam is Dario Di Mango, dat is geen toeval uiteraard. I'm going to be speaking in English because I have an English guest. This is really delight to have on the show. I'm really happy that he's here. He's a comedian who's taken over Amsterdam and whole Holland. He's not from here, obviously, because I'm speaking English to you guys. He's a German, so yeah, so don't get too close to your TV screen because something's gonna happen. I'm obviously talking about Michael Jäger. Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me here. Yes, the English comedian.
Well, English comedian.
German comedian, that's right.
Yeah, you're a German English-speaking comedian.
That's right. That's right.
Are you adapting your German heritage just to make jokes, or are you really German?
No, I'm really German. I'm really German. People accuse me before that I make that up, that I'm not really German because I start with a very heavy German accent and usually, but like, no, I'm German. Yeah, yeah. My mom is German, my dad is German. As long as they made the act, then
exactly.
That should be me. Yeah.
But that's like a comedy gold mine, you know? You to be German, to make German jokes and actually...
It's a comedy gold mine, but it's also like a pretty dirty hole to crawl out, you know, like because we grow up in this humor culture of no laughter. So
all right.
I guess it's a long way. Once you get your head out, you can then it's
because German people, like you just are not really known for having a great sense of humor. Is that valid? Do you know something about that?
I don't know. Yeah, so, sometimes I think yes, sometimes no. Yeah, I have the feeling that nowadays everybody, like the new generation, is much more fun. But when I see German comedy, I think it's just different. You know, it's different. People are a little bit more serious. They're more correct, and then I don't think they laugh as freely. They don't have that. They have that cultural heritage of World War, and so even if people say it's not in there, it isn't there. When you're in the culture and then you go in other cultures, people are freer here for sure, right. Especially in the Netherlands. But the Dutch audience is not much better than German audience, right. But at least the people are more free to laugh. So I think there's something to it, but like now. It is changing. It is changing. Yeah, Germans are waking up, you know.
Is it because did you perform in Germany and?
I've never performed in Germany.
No. Oh, okay.
I'll actually in April I'll be in Cologne for the first time. I'll do a German set. This will be exciting. Yeah.
Cologne.
Cologne. Yeah. Cologne. Köln.
Yeah.
The gay city.
A gay city. Yeah. But Cologne is also like the. It's also like your intestine, right?
Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah.
It's like
it's a gay
intestine. It's really picking up for you, right?
I'm getting more out there. I was more determined the last year to actually do more comedy because before I was always like, here a show, there a show. I never really took it serious. I also never said I'm a comedian, but now I start to get like bookings and stuff like that a lot. So I'm like, I guess that's what I do at this moment, you know. So yeah.
So actually, this is you're more pursuing your career in comedy this year. That's why. Then now it's really.
Yeah, I never really saw it as a career. People say I'm a comedian. I always thought like I'm not a comedian until I'm television or something, and then that's not true. I mean, obviously, when somebody's like focused and they really want to do it, they're a comedian. So I think now I'm at the point that I say that to people, without like being like weird about it or something.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy doing it. I still don't know if this is what I want to do forever, but at this moment I like it.
Right.
This is the Di Mango Show.
Remember that horrible gig that we both do in a camping?
Yeah. Yeah.
But in that time you didn't call yourself a comedian, I think. Huh?
No,
2 years ago.
And then after that I didn't want to be a comedian anymore.
But that's one of my most funniest gigs that I ever did. We went to a camping site somewhere in Lutjekut, Holland.
Yeah. actually, the guy who organized it said to me it's a corporate gig. So I bought a shirt.
Yeah.
I actually went to the center of Amsterdam. I bought a fine shirt. I thought, okay, it's a corporate gig, and then
a corporate gig on a camping site.
Yeah, it turned out to be the campground. What was it? The camping. organization of Holland or something like that, right?
And it was like a themed camping site. So it was Christmas
in the middle of summer.
In the middle of summer,
people were overweight, and children looked like their parents were related to each other.
Yeah, the ugliest gig I ever went to.
And then they put all the people into a barn with like a skewed, what was that? Like a little trailer which wasn't even straight.
No, it was like a horse and carry. It was like the back of, like a huifkar.
Yeah.
We performed. There was no stage. It was like a huifkar where we had to stand on. It was.
I remember we started the show with 200 people. I think after your introduction there were like 100 left, maybe. And I came in like at the end of the first half, and I think I was playing in front of like 15, 20 people, one dog.
I saw. That was really beautiful because everybody went away, and it was like a small kid, ugly kid for sure, and was just poking with a stick in the sand just before us, and he was the only one who was in front of us, just a stupid kid who was poking a stick in the sand.
Yeah, that's the moment when you're like, yeah, I'm a comedian. This is my world here. Right?
Yeah. So. I think it's really mandatory for a comedian to experience those kind of. To get those gigs just to be to get better, and because it's and even to filter out the lazy comedians who because if you experience that and you think fucking hell I never want to experience that again, then but filter out the fucking comedians who don't want to put an effort into it.
Yeah, it turned around with me. It actually turned around into like, give me more of those. I really like. I think for us, it's even more fun than a regular gig.
Yeah.
Like you go home, like the stories are just wild. I mean, we had a lot of fun on the way back. I remember we were laughing all day long, like about this like gig, and then we still remind us, right? There's like 100 gigs in between, and I don't remember any of them.
No,
but that one I remember.
Yeah,
for sure.
true.
I once had another one where I totally failed. Where it was in the beginning, even before that, like 3-4 years ago, I was playing a Ken Parsons gig.
Yeah.
Right in the basement, right, and it was like I don't know if you know the story, but like was one of my first gigs, and I went down into this basement, and the hippies there, like dreadlocks, people take showers.
I know
and
which
stuff like that.
which gig that is.
Smells, right, and then when I went inside, it was like dangerous. Felt dangerous. People were really awkward, and they were Austrians. And then so I have to do a set. And I just completely died. My brother was sitting in the audience. I had prepared my brother, like, it's going to be amazing. And then he sees me dying, and I'm just, like, trying to, do comedy. But people hate me, right? I shout at the light technician, shout at the audience. I thought shouting at the audience at the time was a good idea.
Yeah, right.
So they just hated me.
And with a German accent, that's even more horrible.
Oh, yeah, with in a basement German accent shouting at... It was a German comedy technique, laughter by force.
Yeah.
And then this guy jumps up out of the audience, a friend of mine, tries to save me by taking the microphone and telling everybody that I'm actually a nice guy. He's just having a bad day. And then he gives it back to me. He's like, maybe that helps, And then at the end of the night, there was this moment at the bar where I was sitting with the main act of that night, and we were just chatting, and he said, yeah, I mean, you died. I said, yeah, I really died. And he said, like, yeah, you really died. And I said to him, like, did you ever die? Because he had a lot of experience. He said, yeah, I died many times on stage, but never like this. So, exactly, you have to die. Yeah. And then when you go to these digs, you can actually digs. That was a fraud. Yeah, when you go to the digs and you suck them. So the some of the people that were really uncomfortable there, I remember.
Right, when you were performing the first time, you mean?
No. When we were at the campground. Right?
Oh yeah. But you know what? Because if the audience doesn't like it, and it's really embarrassing for a lot of people too. Because it's like they get embarrassed for you. So they. And actually, it doesn't hurt me that much to if a joke doesn't land or something, I just fucking brush it off real easy, like, but no.
Yeah, you're from the Balmer. What could hurt you, man?
No, bulletproof. So
but I think I have that attitude now as well. It doesn't really matter if they like it, whatever. Who cares?
It is the Di Mango Show.
They actually had in Amsterdam. They had like they can't do it anymore. They did it before. It was like
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, the drug show, right?
Yeah. Where everybody's high on a different drug, right?
Yeah, right. So you have to perform. You have to do a set. Everybody gets a drug appointed to them. The one is the vodka, just a straight bottle of vodka. The other have to MDMA, and the other has to do like call it, Yeah. And then after they take it, they have to perform their set. Would you be into that?
Alcohol I would do, yeah, but like MDMA maybe, I don't know, but I'm not so much into drugs, you know, so
No?
I'd probably be a scared child on the stage and be like, oh, don't eat me, people, you know, it's not good for me, no, I think I'd rather watch it.
Yeah, I would love
Yeah,
to.
I'm not so much into drugs, you know, so I don't think I'm good with that.
Do you have like a future plan that you want to?
We'll see, just perform, get better, more jokes, more exposure, and then see where it leads you. You know, most comedians have, you know, what I've observed, you know, they grow into, if they're successful, many of them get sad and that.
Right.
So we'll see if I like it in the future, you know. I don't know, wherever it leads me.
That is actually true. That there's like not a stigma. It's like a lot of comedians are like mostly, you know, like heavy minded, you know, like sad and, you know, the overthinkers and pretty pretty pathetic people.
Yeah, a lot of neuroticism out there. I mean, I don't think we can exclude ourselves, but like, you know, I don't know where it leads to. You know? I want to go to England. Yeah, see. I would love to play in England and in America because they're politically incorrect, and I think they would really hate me. So that's great.
Yeah.
And
politically correct, you mean? They're mostly political correct, so they would hate you because.
Oh yeah, they're politically correct. So and I'm politically incorrect. That's the way. Yeah. So I think that would be maybe. I don't know if the shows would run good, but for sure I'll bring back material.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man.
So we'll see.
Do you think there's like a shift in comedy because of the political correctness?
Yeah.
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 Did you experience that yourself?
Yeah. Even people of my like friends who know where I'm coming from when I say something which is politically incorrect, they'll say, well, I don't like it. I don't think it's right to say this. So there's this huge discussion out there whether what's considered like wrong speech, right? And I think the essence of comedy is that you say whatever you want, right?
Right.
That's the golden rule of the performing arts. So if you're not allowed to say certain things anymore, I think that's pretty horrible, yeah. And then you know, playing with an idea and supporting an idea is a different thing. And some people think it's the best way to just like, let's block it all. You know, don't say certain words. I think there should be a room out there in the world where you can say whatever you want, and then people who don't like it, that they, you know, learn to deal with the fact that they don't like something instead of like going nuts, right?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, I think it does have influence. I've recently played sorry that I interrupted.
No, go on.
Recently played a gig with somebody from Amsterdam that I know for a long time that I've put up on stage, and then he said, in the beginning, he said, so it was like a pub, right? And he said to me, like, maybe you don't want to do your Nazi stuff. You know, and I know that guy forever. Like he said, don't do it. I
was there, right? I heard about this. No, sorry.
You weren't there. And then he said you know, it's people could be conservative here, and this is just like from beyond pathetic, you know, like comedians who like organize gigs and then try to, you know, cut out your material because they think it's too controversial. Why you see them laughing about it like a million times is crazy.
But actually, because we performed together in Haarlem, and it was
another night.
There was an issue that you shouldn't do the German, the Jewish jokes.
Yeah, and then I did it a little bit, and people laughed a lot, and they actually like it a lot.
It is the Di Mango Show.
Right, because they fill it in. Because a lot of times it's not even they that get offended, but they get offended for other people.
Yeah.
So it's not even, and that's, you know, and then you fill it in. You fill it in your mind and it's actually more degrading that you think that they cannot stand up for themselves.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's like the people that feel offended for other people. Actually, they have nothing to do with it, and they think they defend an idea about something which they think is wrong. Well, when I talk to the people who it's about, they actually like it a lot because they say finding somebody who speaks about it in a certain way. So there's, you know, and it's funny to watch. I observe it, you know. I get censored already, so I'm actually proud of it. You know, people like if people censor me here in this most liberal city, in the most liberal country in the world, where people censor me here, then I think then I must have something really fucking good. You know?
Yeah, right.
I don't know, but I enjoy it. I like to be censored and then still go out there and do it anyway.
I would like to be introduced as controversial comedian Dario Di Mango.
Yeah, why not? I mean, there are people. I think the initial idea is that you want to share something, right? Something, and if you become like this comedian who does like the politically correct, slick stuff all the time because you want to be liked,
Well,
fair enough, but I have little respect for
well,
that.
I actually talked with Bob McLaren, owner of Comedy Cafe, and he said they actually get groomed a lot of people because groomed to not be edgy. And that because he said he saw a lot of diamonds in the roughs, the comedians who came up, and then actually to get they soften up, and then they go to cabaret, and then they're like really soft, no edgy jokes anymore, and political correct. So it is like what some people force you to do to get more exposure.
Exactly. If that's your route, if you want to be out there and you want to be like playing for certain audiences, and there's certain people behind the scenes that decide, and you have to cut your material for that, then fair enough,
Right.
If that's what you want. I don't see myself doing that really. No, I see the point where people want to be on television. They want to be on this big, that's their goal, right? I see a lot of people losing themselves in it as well. And for me, the best way personally was always to like just having fun, see where it goes. And I was more creative like that. And I see myself more doing that because I rather have 12 people watching me in a little shitty cafe and I say what I want than having a big stage and then having to chop off my own testicles to be accepted. So no, and I see people do that, and that's fair enough. But I don't like it.
It's like a matter of integrity. I also think because you have to wake up and watch yourself in the mirror and just think from Jesus, I cannot even make the jokes that I want, and that's basically the essence that I want to get on stage because I don't want to do because if it's a really soft material, it's not my material. So then I have nothing to fucking no reason to get on stage.
Yeah, the big problem is I think exactly the big problem is that people that nowadays perceived or the interpretation of material and then the associated pain is valued higher than the intent, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big problem. Like my intention, I know for a fact is good. When I talk about racism,
to invade.
Also to make it like light again. If I talk about Jewish or whatever, obviously the heavy past. But if I speak about it and they speak about it and we have a good time about it, it's great, right? Even if it's controversial, but that's like. You have to break that and make it normal again.
Yeah, right.
So, but if there's other people who say this is wrong forever, they're stuck in the past.
Dit is de Di Mango Show.
A comedian is not telling his life story, and not every thought that he has is like a thought that he's exaggerated it. He's making fun of some topics.
Yeah.
Because if I make a racial joke, it doesn't mean I really think that way, and a lot of people, audiences cannot differentiate that you.
They cannot differentiate with intent and playing with an idea,
right?
So or the outcome of it. So they'll see like he said something politically incorrect. They don't even listen to the rest. Well, he said that word, whatever.
Shut up.
So and that's like, I cannot. I think that's pretty horrible. Like I personally really don't like it. But okay, yeah. So that's how it is.
Do you think there will be a shift?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess it will be split more into people who like hate what you do because you speak free, because they will want to control your language.
Yeah, right.
Because you say I don't adapt to your pain, I'll just say what I want, right? And I'll say that gives me pain, therefore I hate you. So I cannot be with you. Instead of like seeing freedom of speech and comedy and the idea and the intent, I don't think that that there's a lot of comedians who go on stage who say I want people to feel bad. That's never the idea, right? So maybe the comedy clubs will bend down, right? The owners of clubs, because people will, let's say you have a big club running really well, you have controversial people out there, then on social media they bash you, right? A lot of people hate you. Yeah. Less people come to the club.
Right.
So in the end, people will decide, I think it's I think it's always the audience that decides in the end. In the long run, the audience decides what they want, right? And then as a comedian, there's two questions, two things you can do. Like you bend over or you say, do whatever I want.
Dit is de Di Mango Show.
You came here to Amsterdam for what reason actually? What was your initial purpose to do here?
I studied in Maastricht and I had a Dutch girlfriend, and then we needed to go somewhere because Maastricht is not a very nice place to be in your mid-20s, because and then we decided to come here. Berlin or Amsterdam. Those were the two choices.
All right. Yeah.
We moved here, broke up, and I'm still here, and she's gone, and she dates a hippie now.
A hippie. She knows him through that gig that you do, that you bombed. You know
No. But his friends would have been there for sure.
so they had a great impact that night. You
was a bit
bombed,
later,
your girlfriend left, your friend came up on stage and told everybody that you're a really nice guy, actually.
Yeah, similar. No. She went on a yoga retreat, and then she confused yoga with tantra, and then they went into extended stretching. Yeah, so yeah.
I don't know. If my girlfriend would say I'm gonna go do yoga, I know she's cheating.
That's what you think? I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's a code word for women, like, honey, I'm gonna do yoga.
I didn't see it that way. I don't know. I do yoga sometimes. I actually like it, but like, yeah, that's what happened. So we broke up, and I stayed here. I thought where to go. I didn't like Germany. I really didn't like Germany to go and live there. So I figured I'd just stay here for a while, and then ended up staying. You know.
Was it easy to get your bearings here?
No. Amsterdam. I think Amsterdam, if you're not like fully established in your work, right after university, that was after the crisis. There was not a lot of job opportunities here, like 8 years ago. And then to get your foot on the ground at the time was difficult. Don't find a place to live. Yeah, I didn't know a lot of people. So
what did you do with house? Because I reckon that she found a house here in Amsterdam, right?
Who?
Your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, she had a good job. She immediately had a good job.
So she left you because she went away with a hot yoga teacher?
No. Basically, yeah, similar like. Yeah.
No, but she left you the house, or did you have to find another?
No, we didn't live together.
Ah, okay.
No, I had my own place, and then I was like sub-renting, and like I was like, you know, like living without inscription and no legal whatever. You know, big drama. You know, took a while. Yeah,
like the Jews did in 44.
Similar, yeah. I was hiding in people's homes.
Are there any gigs or dicks, as you like to call them, that you want to promote?
Oh yeah, 10th of February in the Comedy Cafe. It's Complicated. Yeah, it's true dating stories. So that's the dating show or dating storytelling show. People come up on stage, tell weird, funny, crazy dating stories. It's always sold out. There's like 140 people every time, and they really enjoy it. You know?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And by the way, for the guys out there, if you think dating is not your subject, yeah, there's a lot of women there.
A lot of women,
about like 70% are women.
Yeah. You actually invited me to do a story there. So.
We'll see. I'll listen to your stories.
Right.
But it's a great night. You should go.
Is it once a month or is it weekly?
Basically once every 2 months or so.
Right.
And but I do it in different locations, different places in the Netherlands. I also did it in Haarlem, in Utrecht, and then down south.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So it's called It's Complicated True Dating Stories. You find it on Facebook.
Oh, perfect. Cool. And they can just befriend the site or something, or
you like the page, and then
you follow.
Get tickets.
Perfect.
Yeah. Bring your friends, ladies, moms, dads, grandmas.
Right. More?
Yeah, everybody.
I want to thank you for coming.
It's a family experience, you know?
So everybody, dus ik zou het nog even in het Nederlands nog even vertellen. Ja, waarom? Als je in het Nederlands spreekt, dan was je nu al lang afgehaakt natuurlijk. Dus ik weet niet waarom ik dat doe. In ieder geval, Michael Jäger heeft zijn eigen show. It's Complicated. Zoek het op Facebook en like de pagina en dan volg je het. Het is hartstikke... En deze man is hilarisch. Ik heb hem een paar keer zien optreden. Ik vind hem erg leuk.
Oh yeah, if you want my name, Michael Jäger. Jäger like Jägermeister, right?
Right.
Yeah?
It's with the puntjes.
With the puntjes. Yeah. So find it on Facebook, and there you see where I play and whatever. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.
I miss you, baby.